Ladies and gentlemen, it's Saturday Night Vlog with your host, Franklyn McInnis. Enjoy the show. I'm going to start tonight's episode by giving an apology first and foremost to Clayton Whitehurst. He sent me this postcard to be entered into my next giveaway, and I mistakenly said that he is not a YouTuber, but he is. So that's definitely my mistake. Normally when somebody subscribes to me, I go to check to see if they are a YouTuber, and I may have just looked over his channel, or he did let me know that he doesn't post very often. So maybe that's why I just missed seeing any videos that he had up or anything. But yeah, again, my apologies to Clayton Whitehurst, and you all make sure that you do check him out. Show him some support. I will, of course, link him down in the description. And again, this is the postcard, very nice postcard that he sent me to be entered into my next giveaway, which there is still time for. Hopefully by now, you know, if you've been watching my videos, you're familiar with what's going on with that next giveaway. And then I do want to give two more quick shout outs. One is to Kasha in Wonderland. She is a German YouTuber who posts on a very regular basis, and I just like her personality, and her videos. They tend to be kind of short. I mean, you could quickly watch a couple of her videos, and like I said, the content comes regularly, and she just seems like a cool person. And also, I'm trying to connect more with YouTubers, from different countries, and I know I started the Defining Me tag, and I've seen a lot of British YouTubers actually doing that, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I'm just trying to branch out and make sure I connect with people from other places as well. And then one more YouTuber I want to give a shout out to is Leia. She just did an unboxing of the Series 3 horror mystery minis, which I'm so looking forward to getting my hands on. I haven't seen them in my area yet. But yeah, she did an unboxing, and I'm going to link that actual video down in the description so you can check that out. So again, check out Clayton Whitehurst, Kasha in Wonderland, and then also Leia. And yeah, I think you'll enjoy their content. But let's go ahead and move on with the show. Welcome back, people. As I tend to do, I'm going to kick off this episode with some Funko news. I may have to touch on some things that I've addressed previously just because there have been some updates. I may skip over some things just because I feel like maybe I've addressed them enough before. But let's just go ahead and get into it. For starters here, available right now in some areas, not everywhere, they have Chucky from Bride of Chucky, which to me is pretty interesting because if you go back to either my first or second Saturday night vlog, I know it was very early on, that I said I would love for them to make an actual Chucky from Bride of Chucky, because the original Chucky that they have, it's okay to me. It just doesn't feel horror enough. But Chucky with the extra scars and the stitches and everything, to me that really is a better version of him. So I'm glad that they finally did make this. Now the sticker on the box that you see pictured here, I'm not sure exactly where that's from. That might be if you get it overseas, but I know here in the States it is a Hot Topic exclusive. So like I said, it's available in some places, some areas now. I know a couple of YouTubers have already had it in hand and shared it on YouTube. I checked with my local Hot Topic, no luck there, so I gotta wait on it. I still feel like Funko is kind of missing an opportunity here because they don't have Tiffany, at least not yet. And I said, and I might have mistakenly said Tina before. For some reason, Tina keeps getting caught in my mind. But I feel like they should have done a 2-pack with Chucky from Bride of Chucky and then Tiffany right along with him. I think that would be so cool. And I mean, they still could do it, but I just don't know if that's going to happen or not. But if they did that, and then let's say if Tiffany was popular enough, then they could take it even further and do a Tiffany variant and have her in her wedding dress, which she wore in Seed of Chucky, which honestly, Seed of Chucky is a terrible movie. But still, I mean, that would be a cool variant of that character. Moving right along here, of course, Funko very recently they've started to push a lot of new products, and people have different mixed feelings about them, and I can understand that because some of the products are really just slight variations of products they've already had. For example, they have reaction figures, and now they have these new type of figures they're doing that look very similar to reaction figures. In fact, there was the Joker and the Harley Quinn that came in the Suicide Squad Legion of Collectors box. I mean, a lot of people just went ahead and called those reaction figures because that's basically what they are, even though they are designed slightly differently. And then also they have a different type of bobblehead. I know some of the NFL players, they have bobbleheads of them, but they don't really look like the Wacky Wobblers. It's like a different type of design. But anyway, you see here they have lanyards and party lights. The party lights, I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of interested just to see how well these products will do. I don't necessarily feel like I have a need for either one, but I am kind of interested to see, you know, how they will do. The lanyards, I do think it's cool that they come with the little character figures, and you see here they have some Marvel ones, and then they have some Star Wars ones. So, you know, like I said, I'm just gonna kind of look back and see how these do. I don't know if there's something I would go out of my way for. I am also interested to see if these are going to pop up in their subscription boxes. Now, a new product that I am very much interested in is the Pop Size Heroes. This is basically a cross between Funko Pops and Mystery Minis. That's basically what they've done here. So when you look at these figures, they actually do look like miniature Pops, a lot more so than the Dorbs do. These actually are very much designed like Pop figures, except they are smaller. And another big difference though is that from what I can see, I think most of them actually do have a mouth. So that does separate them as well. The reason I'm looking forward to these is because if they have a very reasonable price point, like ideally for me would be, I would say nowhere above $3, you know, and maybe I'm wishing there, I don't know, maybe they do it for $5. I think 5 is, I don't know about that, but yeah, if they have a low price point, then I'm really looking forward to that because, you know, those times when you don't have a lot of money to spend, but you still want to add to your collection, I think these would be great for that. As far as I know, they're starting off with the Batman line, and that's look closely, people, it's not DC. It is straight up focusing on Batman related characters, and there are several different Batmans. You see that here on the screen already, and it's kind of funny that they're starting off with so many variant of Batman. But anyway, it is what it is. But I think they're starting off with Batman and then also Spider-Man. Look closely, people. It's not just Marvel. It is focusing on Spider-Man, Spider-Man heroes and villains. So I think they'll start with those two, and then I'm not sure how far behind the other ones will come, like Steven Universe, and I'm really not sure what other ones they're going to do. But like I said, me personally, I am interested in it, and I think this also would be very cool for trading with people as well. So I'm looking forward to them. Next up here, not much to say about this. The DC TV, they are doing Dorbs of the characters. Like I said, just not much to say about them. I'm not particularly interested in these, but who knows? In a couple of months when they're sitting in a bargain bin at GameStop, maybe I'll pick some up. We'll see. Legends of Tomorrow. I said it before, and actually I shared in a recent video that Adam and Firestorm are on the way. And then I said that it was a possibility that they were going to do Hawkman, which I still think is weird, considering that they haven't done Hawk Girl, because I mean she's more of a star in the show than he has been. But they're also doing White Canary. I had no idea about that, and I'm glad that they are, you know, representing one of the female characters there. But let me go ahead and say this: if you're not, if you have Twitter but you're not following Legions of the Collector, you probably should do that. In fact, you probably should follow the Collector Corps as well, because they do giveaways on a regular basis, and I'm talking about like multiple times a day. It's slim chances, but you know, still, you never know, you could win. So that's why I follow them. And also to get some news. So they tweeted out that, and this is Legion of Collectors, by the way, they tweeted out that for their Women of DC box is going to be a female character that has never been a pop figure before. So that really got me to thinking. It eliminated some of the possibilities I had. I kind of figured they wouldn't do another Wonder Woman. I knew that was a long shot. And then, especially since when her movie comes around, I'm sure there'll be a Wonder Woman box. And then also, I speculated maybe it would be cool if they did Catwoman. I actually thought they might do Catwoman as she looks in the comics now as a pop figure, but that eliminates her because there are several Catwoman pop figures already. Poison Ivy already exists at least as one pop figure, so that eliminates her as well. So, my wheels are turning, like who is left, and I feel like since they don't have Hawkgirl, they're not displaying her yet, I feel like she could very possibly be in this box as a pop figure. And as far as I know, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there is a classic version of Hawkgirl as a pop figure. I know there is of Hawkman, but I don't think there is one of Hawkgirl. So it seems like that's where she could pop up. And especially since they already did a DC TV box before, maybe they didn't want to turn around and call it a DC TV box again or part 2 or whatever. So maybe that's where they would put her. Another possibility, of course, is Vixen, because Vixen has also appeared on Arrow. I believe it was on Arrow. And then she's had an animated series which featured the Flash and Arrow as well. So I think Hawkgirl and Vixen are strong possibilities. Could be one of those two. Another long shot, and this is definitely a long shot, I would say is Zatanna. I would be personally happy with a Zatanna pop, but that's probably a long shot. So more than likely it's either going to be Hawkgirl or Vixen. We'll see what happens. Cthulhu! And the Karen of Ethan finds out, I know she loves this word. One of her favorite words to say, Cthulhu. Okay, so Cthulhu, they've had, I'm trying to think about how many pops they've had. I know they've had several versions of him before. I know there was the original. I want to say there was a patina one, possibly. I don't know. I feel like there have been 2 or 3 versions of him at least. But you see that they have a Cthulhu Dorbs on the way. There will be a common Dorbs, and then they will have a Chase glow-in-the-dark version. I want it, I want it, I want it. Looks pretty cool to me. And I don't own any Cthulhu right now, but I think that Dorbs is awesome. And then they are going to have a gold BAM exclusive Cthulhu as well, which, I don't know, I might go for that one as well if I happen to run across it in Books A Million. Who knows? I mean, both of these could end up in my collection. I think they're pretty cool. Hikari. I'm still very iffy on Hikari. I don't know if I'll ever add one to my collection, but they do have a Joker variant that's on the way, and also this Harley Quinn Hikari, which, if I'm not mistaken, this might be the first time that they've done Harley Quinn as a Hikari. I don't remember seeing any other ones. And you see that these are limited numbers. In fact, that Joker variant is very limited. I guess that ups the value, but then again, I really don't know how many Hikari collectors there are out there, how many hardcore collectors there are of Hikari out there, especially considering their price points that can go upwards of $80 or so. Me personally, like I said, I just don't know. Even though I really like Harley Quinn, I'm just not so sure about that. Okay, for Halloween, we have some Peanuts figures here. And I won't go through all these. You should be pretty familiar with these here, but I think they're pretty cool, especially for die-hard Peanuts fans. And I feel like a lot of people will want that Snoopy. Snoopy, by far, is the most popular Peanuts Funko Pop that they've had so far. Every version of him, I think, has done well. So I could see his Red Baron one doing very well also. The other ones, I mean, we'll see. Hopefully they won't just sit there and get marked down like the other ones have been. I have not watched Stranger Things yet on Netflix. I intend to, so right now I don't get this reference. I don't know who this character is pictured on the right. All I know is it's one of the characters from Stranger Things. Please, no spoilers, people. I will get to the series, and who knows, maybe at some point on my channel I'll share my thoughts about it, but I just know that that is at least one of the figures from the series that will be produced. And there's more. Just quickly, some other figures here. Once Upon a Time. I don't follow that series. I think I've seen maybe like one episode, but I don't follow that series. But here are some more figures on the way. They have Hook with Excalibur. That one to me does look kind of cool. But the rest of these, I really don't know much about them. Got William Wallace from Braveheart. Not something I'm interested in. I really did like Braveheart as a movie, and I think Mel Gibson's a good filmmaker, but I will never get out of my mind those calls that his ex recorded, and just hearing some of the things he said. I won't even get into all of it, but yeah, I don't think I need any Mel Gibson related memorabilia in my house. So lastly here, we also have WWE Mystery Minis on the way. They've already had some, so here are some new ones on the way. And if you're into those, yeah, go for it. I'm not sure exactly when these are going to release, and that's why I haven't put release dates throughout this edition of Funko News, because I'm just not sure. So yeah, just be on the lookout for all of these figures here. And as always, I would like to hear from you all. What tickles your fancy? What are you looking forward to as far as these figures are concerned? And I hope you learned something new here with this segment. Like usual, my first stop when I go out on a hunt was Walgreens. And right away, this Ghost Rider Marvel Legends figure caught my eye. I haven't purchased any of those figures yet, but they do look pretty cool. Some of them look pretty cool. Some of them, though, the designs, they're so different from the comic book character, the way the character traditionally looks in a comic, that I have to actually try to figure out who in the world is it, and pick it up, and because they don't always make it easy either to see the name on the packages. But the Ghost Rider one looked pretty cool. Then I saw Chameleon as well. Again, Chameleon looks pretty cool. Not necessarily something I would pick up, though. The Ghost Rider one I'd consider if the price dropped. And the main reason I haven't purchased any Marvel Legends figures yet is because of their price tag. I mean, they're $20 each. Sometimes you can find them marked down, like the Chameleon here was marked down to 15 bucks. So that's a little more reasonable, but yeah, I just haven't gotten to the end yet. There was a Punisher figure that somebody tried to hide, and I'm not so crazy about that new Punisher figure. Yes, people, I know what's catching your eye here. Olaf. Or excuse me, I mean Green Goblin. Yes, I did find the original Green Goblin. Here's the thing, though, and that was the only one that they had out of that set, and I did check 2 other Walgreens still. That's all they had. But this is the thing, though. I have the Chase, and for me, the Chase just... that's what I need. That's all I need. So I actually left that original Green Goblin in the store, so maybe another collector could get it. Well, Green Goblin is here. And I'm sure some of you are wondering why, because I said I decided to just, leave him in the store. But it just so happened that I was messaging with Sherry Stover, one of my loyal subscribers, and we were talking about another transaction. And I mentioned to her how I had decided to leave this Green Goblin in the store because I have the Chase, and I was like, well, what's the point? So she was like, well, that's one that she really needs, and I didn't think she'd be interested because I want to say that she was able to get the newest Green Goblin, the one on the glider, but some people like to have the alternate versions, and I really had considered getting this one for myself, but I mean, I had seriously considered it, but putting this one next to the Chase is just like, to me, it's almost day and night. I think the Chase looks so amazing. I mean, the original is cool too, but I'm just really in love with the Chase. So yeah, that's why I didn't feel like I needed the original, but Sherry thought I was crazy for leaving it. She said she really wanted it, so we worked that out, and this will be on the way to her very soon. So I can't show you the figures that I picked up at Power Comics because they are for a trade. I don't want to ruin that. I want you to actually see what I'm sending the individual, and that's going to be coming up in the next week or so, I would say. I think the deliveries will get, my delivery will get to him, his should get to me. So maybe by next weekend, the videos will actually be up and you'll see all about that. But yeah, I don't want to ruin that trade at all. So I can show you 2 things that I did pick up while I was at Power Comics. And of course, when you go to a comic shop, I think it is good to actually look at the comics. So I've been anticipating this because I really enjoyed the first 2 issues. Steve Rogers, Captain America. This is number 3. And the second issue especially just blew me away. It was so well written. I absolutely loved it. And I actually feel like I might read that one again before I get to this one. This has just been an amazing run thus far, and I love that cover as well. I mean, you got Cap there in the center, you got Baron Zemo, and you also got Red Skull there. And I think this is Baron Zemo. I know that like there's a Zemo lineage, but I just call him Baron Zemo unless I see it different. I know there's like I said, a lineage to it. But yeah, definitely looking forward to that one. And then I never actually read any of the Red Hood comics before. Kind of missed out when they had their New 52 run, which maybe I'll find some collected editions. But with the Red Hood and the Outlaws kicking off in DC Universe Rebirth, I wanted to jump on it and check it out. And if I like this issue enough, then I'll try to keep going with the series. Definitely a big fan of Red Hood character. I cannot wait to see this character in Injustice 2. And no, I'm not confirming that. I don't know for sure, but I would be absolutely shocked if they do not include Red Hood in Injustice 2, because so many fans really wanted to see him in the first game. I know there's been a huge demand for him, definitely probably the most demanded character. So yeah, I think they are going to include him. I can't imagine that they wouldn't. And I'm pretty sure he's going to be awesome. And I see that they've changed up the Outlaws here. Obviously there, that is... why am I drawing a blank now all of a sudden? But the Superman clone. Or there's actually been different versions of Bizarro. That's his name, Bizarro. There's been different versions of him. I think sometimes he's a clone, and then sometimes he's like from an alternate universe or alternate planet or something. It's weird with him. So I'll see what version this is. And the female character down here, I'm actually not sure who that is, so I have to find out once I read this. But I know this is a new team. Formerly he was with, I believe, Arsenal and I want to say Starfire maybe. So I like those characters. So like I said, I may try to find collected editions on the previous run, but yeah, I'm looking forward to jumping on from the jump with this one, and hopefully this will be entertaining. It is snack time, people, and I have here the hot chicken flavor cup ramen. This is a Korean ramen noodle, I believe. And I think that's what I've seen listed on the challenge video. So yeah, I'm gonna give this a try. I already got the noodles with the boiling water and everything, took care of that. So I gotta mix in what I'm assuming is the heat here. That seems pretty obvious with this red pack and this red sauce. One thing I'm gonna leave out, I'm assuming this is just to add extra flavor and not really heat. But I'm gonna leave this out just to be on the safe side, because I do have a seafood allergy. And I was reading this carefully, because I do try to be careful, you know, with having a seafood allergy. And they do have flake here and bold. Yeah, they have flake and bold. It says it's a very small percentage, but I don't know. There might be a seafood product within this, so that just makes me a little bit nervous. But again, I think this is just to add extra flavor, you know, to it. So I'm just gonna go with the red sauce here. Yeah, I'm using my teeth. Yeah. Now, I'm not gonna time myself necessarily. You all can time me if you want to. I know it's supposed to be eaten in like what is it, 3 minutes or less. And I'm not a fast eater, I'll say that. Even though this is, like, I heard a lot of people say this is a small portion, and that's absolutely true. I mean, it's only like half the cup at the most. So I'm making sure I get all the sauce out of here. But yeah, it's only half the cup at most. So it is a small portion, but still, I don't really tend to eat fast because I get indigestion like really easy. So I've always been a slow eater. I think I did a good job getting all that out of there. I got a little on my finger. Actually, I can't taste it. I do like spicy food, so I'm not really too nervous about this. I mean, we'll see how it is. And I hope I'm not missing any heat by taking out the flakes. But like I said, you know, my life's a little bit more important than this challenge. Yeah, and I've had bad reactions before to shellfish and also salmon. That tightness in the throat is really not a good feeling. Okay, so I think I have it mixed pretty well here. Yeah. And forgive me if it looks like I keep looking off to the side. I'm actually using my front-facing camera still, so it's kind of weird because I can actually see myself on the screen over there, so that's weird to get used to. But here we go. Like I said, if you want to try to time me on this, you can. But I'm a slow eater. I'll do my best to go ahead and get through this. And I'll let you know what I think of the heat. Right away, the flavor is really good. And I feel the heat, but I don't know, it's not too bad yet. We'll see if I get the forehead sweats going here pretty soon. My forehead starts sweating, that's when you know it's real. I actually think the heat from me not letting it cool down more is probably more intense than the actual sauce. Yes, heat to it, but it does taste really good. Noodles are kind of gummy. It's hard to get a good twirl on it. That's what I'm trying to do, to get more at one time. And I may have put something else on the screen here to entertain you while I'm eating this, because I know it's not the most interesting thing in the world. It's hard for me to talk and eat at the same time. Yeah, I'm looking at myself there. Forehead sweats. It is getting hotter as I go along. Almost done with it. Woo! And done. Still looking at myself, yeah. Sweating a little bit. Part of that too though is I've had my AC off for a while, so it does heat up in here when I have my AC off to help with the audio. Yeah, I got it all there. Just a little bit of sauce at the bottom. I'm not sure if you can see that or not. But like I said though, the flavor is really good. It does have some heat to it. It's a different type of heat. I guess that's because, I mean, I've never had something like this before. I feel like I had a little in my teeth there. But but yeah, flavor is really good. Not something I eat on a regular basis though, and that's just because even though I really like spicy food, sometimes it doesn't like me as much as it used to. So yeah, I don't eat real spicy food on a regular basis anymore. And if I am gonna have spicy food, though, I like food that really is spicy. Like I was telling somebody before that Chili's to me is not really spicy, like the menu at Chili's. And I think it is because you have some people that basically ruin it for people that really do like spicy food, because they order something spicy and then they complain about it being too spicy. So you have these restaurants that kind of back off just because they don't want to lose customers, but then it's letting down people that really do like spicy food. So yeah, I'm glad I gave these a try. And Ray Sue, thank you for sending these to me. Ray Sue is another YouTuber, and I think I linked him before in a previous video when he first sent these to me. I may link him down as well. In fact, I feel like I'm doing a lot of links this video, but that's all good. You know, I like to shout out other people, and big shout out as well to Max Headron. If you can see here, I got my Biggie shirt on, and I definitely wanted to make sure that I didn't spill any sauce on this shirt. It's my first time wearing it, and I'm really liking this shirt. So again, big shout out to Max Headron of Who's Got Pops for sending this to me. So yeah, that's the challenge. I don't know how I did on time. Like I said, I'm a slow eater. I just can't scarf things down, but I'm definitely glad that I tried these. The flavor was really on point. And I still don't know, like, I don't know if this pack added much flavor to it or not, but oh well, you know, I didn't want to risk anything with that. So yeah, let's keep things moving here. I went to GameStop this week to pick up a pre-order that I had for my Alex DeLarge, and that is the main character from A Clockwork Orange, Funko Pop. And I actually called ahead, and right away I got the bad news. The lady, she let me know that the boxes that they had were in pretty bad condition. And she was not lying. When I got to the store and I actually saw there were just 2 of them, they looked pretty horrific. And it was actually only those 2 because she had pre-ordered one herself. And she told me, you know, she said she's sorry about the condition of the boxes. She was actually nice enough to give me first dibs. But I took a good look at both of them. Neither box was acceptable to me. I am, for the most part, an in-box collector. So neither box was acceptable. And then I almost considered keeping one, like just going ahead and getting one and just displaying it out of box, because I do display a couple of pops out of the box. But I looked close and I wasn't even happy with the paint jobs. I noticed in both of them that with the hair, his hair is brown, but I saw black smudges. I guess that came from the hat. And there were some other paint flaws as well. So as much as I'd been anticipating that pop, I was like, I couldn't do it. So, you know, hopefully I'll come across one that is in good condition eventually. But yeah, I just had to leave that there. But I did not leave GameStop empty-handed. As I showed you all in a previous video from Entertainment Earth, I was able to get the Riddler and Popster. And I'm very happy with this pop. I think it looks great. And yes, it is a Batman repaint, but with these Imposters, I think they're really cool repaints. Now, going back, kind of far back into my videos, I think I did share this when I first got it. In anticipation of the Imposters, I also picked up the Joker Batman, which was a Loot Crate exclusive. So I have this one as well, and it is considered part of the Imposters. So these are the 2 that I had already. Very happy with them. And then at GameStop, even though I already had, let me go and say this first. I did pre-order all the Imposters that I felt I wanted with Entertainment Earth. But this is the way I feel about pre-orders. If you pre-order something, but then you see it in the store, the box is in good condition, the paint job is on point, I think it's worth it to go ahead and pick it up and just cancel that pre-order, because when it comes to things being mailed, you know, that's always hit or miss. So yeah, if you find it in the store, I think that's what you need to go ahead and pick up. So that's what I did. So I was able to get the Two-Face and Popster, which when I saw the pictures of it, I was kind of so on it, but it does look pretty on point. I definitely like the colors, I think it, sums up the character pretty well. I want to say that these colors are also reminiscent of the original Two-Face pop figure. I'd have to look up a picture of it again to see it for sure, but yeah, this looks pretty cool as well. Good representation of the character, good mashup. Okay, and then the next one here, this should be a surprise to nobody that I got the Harley Quinn in Popster, and this is Harley Quinn as Batgirl. Of course, you see the hair back there, or I should say, I guess Batgirl is Harley Quinn, whichever way you want to say it there. But yeah, I don't think that's a surprise to anybody that I picked this one up. I will say though here, let's take a look at the back of the box. I have no intention of getting the Batman Harley Quinn and Popster. That one to me is definitely redundant. I don't really see the point in it. And I think it's just kind of weird to mix Harley Quinn with Batman. I mean, Harley Quinn with Batgirl makes sense to me, but the Harley Quinn Batman one, it feels redundant. It just feels weird. So that's the one that I don't need. The rest of these though, I think I'm gonna get. So yeah, I really do like that one as well. And more than likely, I'm going to move some things around in my home, and I'm thinking that I'll put these in Popsters together when I move another shelf to a new location. So one that I was also iffy on, but I decided to pick up, and in fact, fellow Funko Pop collectors, these words might sound familiar. Well, I didn't plan on buying it, but when I saw it in the store, I just had to get it. Does that sound familiar to anyone? Raise your hand if it does. Yeah. Some of you have done it before, I'm pretty sure. So that's what happened with me. And the Poison Ivy and Popster, I didn't think I would be interested in it, but once I saw it, I was like, yeah, this is pretty cool. And let me do this. I haven't taken any of these out of the box yet, but I'm going to take her out carefully here because I do want you to see the detailing on her, and you'll understand why I did decide to pick her up. And if you're interested in these Popsters, go ahead and get out there because some of them are available now. And I have a feeling that some of these are going to go pretty quickly. I'm not sure how the numbers are in stores. The GameStop I was in didn't have like a ton of these. They had a decent number, but I mean, if they get a rush of people looking for these, they will be gone pretty quickly. So taking a closer look here at the Poison Ivy and Popster, you see the detailing there on her suit. It's like the sort of leafy design going on. They got like the leafy design at the end of the boots as well. So maybe not like super detailed, but it's enough to me where it looks pretty cool. I'm really happy with it. And I definitely like, the Batgirl hair and everything or whatever. I think it's just a good mashup. So pretty happy with this as well. And I am looking forward to the other ones that are on the way. Actually, the one I think I'll like the most. I mean, I got to see it in person to be 100% sure. But I'm really looking forward to the Scarecrow one. And that's going to be the last one that gets released. So I'm just going to have to be patient with that one. Okay. So let me go and sit this up here. Yeah, and there they go. These are all the Impopsters that I have so far, excuse me. And like I said, I'm really looking forward to getting the rest of these. You all let me know what you think about the Impopsters. I'm pretty happy with them. I think it's, as far as repaints go, I think it's some of the most interesting that's out there right now. But like I said, I'm looking forward to hearing your opinions on these as well. This brings us to the end of tonight's episode. You see, I'm wearing this wonderful Spider-Man / Venom Lucha Libre mask sent to me by Collecting Plastic. I feel both heroic and evil inside of it. So I think I may go out on the town tonight and we'll see. what happens. But for now, I want to thank you all for watching this episode of Saturday Night Vlog. Ah, yes. Even though this is a Spider-Man / Venom mask, I almost feel like Bane in here. Oh, yes. The darkness. Oh. But you all take care. Until next time. Oh. Spider-Man / Venom signing out.